A heated pro-Palestinian protest erupted at Barnard College in New York City on Wednesday, as tensions over student expulsions escalated into a dramatic sit-in and an alleged assault on a school employee. The demonstration, led by Columbia University Apartheid Divest, was organized in response to the recent expulsion of 2 Barnard students accused of disrupting a Columbia University class on Israeli history. The protesters gathered at Barnard's office of the deans, demanding reinstatement of the expelled students, amnesty for those disciplined over pro-Palestinian activism, and a public meeting with Barnard administrators. However, the protest quickly took a more aggressive turn. A masked group reportedly forcibly entered Milbank Hall and, according to Barnard officials, physically assaulted an employee, sending them to the hospital. Robin Levine, Barnard College's vice president for strategic communications, condemned the incident, stating that the demonstrators encouraged others to enter campus without identification, showing blatant disregard for the safety of our community. The New York City Police Department confirmed that officers responded to West 120th Street and Broadway around 4 p.m., where they found a 41-year-old male victim who reported being shoved by multiple individuals and suffered pain throughout his body. He was transported to Mount Sinai Morningside Hospital in stable condition. Despite the violence, no arrests were made. While Barnard administration called for an end to the occupation, student activists refused to back down. Columbia Students for Justice in Palestine dismissed calls for outside reinforcements, urging supporters to attend a rally in Bay Ridge instead. As the standoff continued, Barnard President Laura Rosenbury issued a stern warning, stating that protesters had until 9:30 p.m. to leave Milbank Hall or risk additional necessary measures to protect our campus. The occupation lasted over 6 hours, disrupting classes scheduled for the evening. Barnard instructed faculty to relocate or cancel classes after 5 p.m. Protesters, meanwhile, remained stationed outside Dean Leslie Grinage's office, chanting and clapping in a highly organized demonstration. Video circulating on social media showed protesters wearing keffiyehs, waving Palestinian flags, and chanting in unison. Ultimately, Barnard officials confirmed that the demonstrators vacated Milbank Hall without further incident later that night. However, President Rosenbury condemned their actions, stating, "Tonight, a small group of masked protesters attempted to undermine Barnard's core values of respect, inclusion, and academic excellence. Their disregard for the safety of our community remains completely unacceptable." Despite this, student organizers declared victory, claiming that their occupation had successfully forced administrators to the negotiating table. According to a statement from Columbia University Apartheid Divest, a formal meeting with Barnard officials has been scheduled for 1 p.m. on Thursday. The protest highlights a growing crackdown on pro-Palestinian activism at Columbia and Barnard. According to Columbia University Apartheid Divest, over 50 students have already been suspended for their activism, and last week's expulsions marked the first at either school since 1968. As tensions mount on college campuses across the country, the Barnard protest raises pressing questions about free speech, student activism, and the limits of university disciplinary actions. With negotiations now set, all eyes will be on Barnard's next move. Will they stand firm on their disciplinary measures, or will they bend to the growing student-led resistance?